Hey YouTube's Geoffrey here in Skogen. This is one of my favorite places on Nøtterøy. I often come running here in the mornings. It keeps me sane. But yes, I am getting to the video in the morning, just feeling motivated, I suppose. As I was getting ready this morning, I was listening to a podcast called Sustainability Defined. And they were introducing the podcast. They were getting ready to interview a gentleman named Paul Hawken, who has started a movement and written a book called Project Drawdown. Some of you may have heard of it. I have not gotten into the interview, but the introduction itself was very interesting. And they mentioned a list that Project Drawdown proposes of the top 10 things that we can be doing, or top 10 initiatives for reducing carbon emissions and ideally starting to reverse how much carbon greenhouse gases are in the atmosphere. And I thought it was really interesting that some of those were not ones that you'd immediately think of. I think number 7 was family planning. Number 6, girls' education. Number 2 was onshore winds. That made me feel good, but girls' education and climate change? That's quite a stretch, isn't it? Well, if you start drawing the dots, I think there were 2 even further up, which were more vegetarian-based diets and reducing food waste. Then it starts to make a little more sense. It's just a matter of resources. There are more than 7 billion humans on this planet, and the way we're living now, the planet can't handle that, because it just takes too many resources for us to live the lives that we do. And in terms of drawing down our carbon emissions, we're going to have to figure out either A, how each of us can be more efficient, or B, how just to make fewer of us. Now, I'm not going to make the argument that we should have euthanasia stalls or anything. That's an argument worth having, but not one that I'm proposing right now. But one that we should consider is just not adding more people. And number 6 and 7 made that list because girls' education and family planning have been part of programs that have been the most successful in limiting the number of children women have. And when it comes to trying not to hit like 10 billion humans, which this planet probably can't handle, it's a pretty good idea. Because as much as it seems like the more humans there are, the more successful we are, on the individual level, it seems to be the opposite. So it's not a fun conversation, but it's one we need to have. You can go think about that for a while.